How's it going, everyone? I hope you are doing great. Whew, let me tell you about today. Today has been one of them days where don't trip. It's all good. Okay, you hear me? Don't trip. It's all good. Whatever is supposed to be for you is going to be for you. And that is the message. Whatever is supposed to be for you is going to be for you. So in the meantime, what this feels like is I'm hearing like an anniversary. And it is also my 21st anniversary, my marriage anniversary. So I'm very grateful and I am very humbled. Thank you very much. To also be in such enlightened on how you can keep it together, you know? When you are in a marriage, it is electrifying, but at the same time, it is like, wow, you really have to tell yourself, wow, I did this. You communicated, you're doing all the work that you need to do to make sure that you keep this sovereign energy together with your soulmate. And it's like, whew, just another year to celebrate with awesomeness. And that's really what I wanted to pretty much get off my chest is hang in there, okay? So I feel like there's some of you who may be feeling a little like desperate to get out of this situation, you know? If you're feeling desperate to get out of this situation, you need to hold up. Make sure you have a plan in place. You need to talk to God about it, okay? You need to talk to God about this. Because He will help you through everything. Through thick and thin, He will help you through everything. And He will. So, if you are seeing 555, this is what your angels want you to know. Okay? If you are seeing 555. All of your efforts are paying off. Abundance is yours to have, live, and experience. Open your heart, arms, and mind to receive the blessings that are being offered to you now. Okay, this is what your angels want you to know. If you don't have this book, then please get you one, because I think the angels are communicating to you through your dreams. Your ancestors are wanting to get messages to you on everything that you have been going through, things that you have been talking about, things that you have been manifesting, but most importantly, it is the rhythm of what it is that you want to put out there into the world, right? So not only do you want to put this energy out into the world so that you can be more of it, you want to attain more of that integrity, that authenticity, that yes, this is, okay, so if you are not married, please forgive me, but if you are married, okay, yes, of course, it takes a lot of energy, and I feel like this, what you're going through right now, could just be some of that, your growth, your spiritual growth, okay? So this is where you want to tap back in. You want to tap back in, give it to your guides, give it to God. You want to say, okay, I want to talk about this in my marriage. I want to do this in my marriage. I want to, I want to be the one who supports the family. I want to be the one that that goes to work and do everything that you want to do so that you can play your part in the world. And it's pretty simple as that. So if that's what you're wanting to do, then kudos to you. Okay? Cheers. I think there's a lot of energy that is coming through, and your guides want you to know that I'm hearing something like it's not through. It's not through. Spirit guides, can you give me some more guidance on what is this not through? Please. What is this not through? Okay, we're going to read the Illuminated Tarot, 53 cards for divination. Okay, so this is just a fun little oracle based off of the tarot. I love the cards. What I mostly love about these cards is that if you are looking for some spiritual guidance, then this is a good way to entertain your thoughts. Ask those questions, write them down, so that you can also, I feel like communication. Today has been all about communication. Oh, you have the 8 of Clubs. Is this a peacock? You have the 8 of Clubs. The 8 of Clubs are here for you. Divine Wisdom. Come on, honey. Come on, honey. What you talking about? Repetition, swift movement to create stability. So repetition. So it's going to take a lot of repetition to what it is that you are wanting to get out of this relationship. So that's what I'm trying to say. In this relationship, it feels like you have to keep repeating yourself and saying this and saying that and saying this, but know that at the end of the day, there's going to be some swift movement here. And not only are you creating stability to make sure that the actions that you seek come out of this relationship are also going to help you feel more grounded. You're going to feel like your voice is being heard in this partnership. This could also relate to work environment. Work environment, and also, let's see. Work environment. Okay, let's see. You have another clubs here. So I can see the reputation. There's 5 of clubs, 8 of clubs. You have, in the 8 of clubs here, you have not only repetition, stability, swift movement, but you also have it looks like you're learning how to fly. So in this movement, not only are you learning how to fly, meaning you're learning how to let go to whatever this persistence that's driving you, so that you can hurry up and gain the momentum so that you can speak more clearly. Something could probably have been weighing you down. This could have been another offer that you had about work. Maybe this could have been you're not really clear on what. I'm hearing divorce. Okay, so divorce could be coming up. You're going through a divorce. You could be filing for papers. And now you have the Five of Clubs here opening up for you. Something new is coming through. Temptation, attachment, and control. So the Five of Clubs represents the devil. Temptation, attachment, and control. So watch your desires, okay? Watch your desires. Make sure that you take action. Take time to appreciate not only what it is that you're wanting, but take time to read through all of the language. So if there's any reports, is there any contracts or agreements, you really want to take time out to fulfill whatever this opportunity that's here for you. So there's a huge opportunity. Make it come your way. Make it come your way. That's what Spirit is saying. Make it come your way. So have you been pressing on this issue, wanting it to come your way more? And you see that it's really not working out, so you could also be in some kind of repetition. Just, I hate to say it, but sometimes you can be a little nagging. And it's good that you're opening up and asking questions, though. So it's either someone is nagging about, I'm hearing finances, I'm hearing the other opportunity. You keep wanting to know, and this is where Spirit is saying, just try to go a little slow so you can pick up what it is that you want to hear, because you haven't really been listening. So now here is the Five of Clubs. The Five of Clubs is opening up to remind you that when there's too much temptation or attachment, there's too much control. And when you have too much control, you're not really trying to see it all of the ways. And that's where you just have to surrender, let it go. Just give up everything. Surrender, let it go, give up everything, so that you can really do the work that you need to do. And this is where Spirit is saying something about mirror work. So sometimes, when I want to achieve something, or I want to just boost my positivity, I'll do a little mirror work. Okay? So mirror work is just opening up those tones and levels of what you're asking for and what you're wanting, so that you can feel more accomplished. And this is the mirror work. So do the mirror work if you need to. It's like, okay, the best way I can say this is when you are, let's say you want to role play before you talk to someone, right? So you have all of this energy in your mind, but you really want it to be the best way to communicate. So you'll do some role play in the mirror. So instead of just walking up in there thinking you got it, you got this and this, but let's think more expansive. Okay, so this is where you really want to show up for yourself. You really want to detail what this information is and give it to your guide, so that they can help you along the way and achieve a better outcome. Because what is the outcome that you want? Ooh, we got another Seven of Clubs. Got a lot of clubs here. Seven of Clubs. Vigilance, a struggle to stay ahead. Seven of Club, vigilance, a struggle to stay ahead. Okay, so I'm looking at this. So it's like, I mean, let's just look at the card. What do you see here? We're both sharing this this idea. We're both sharing the idea of what it is that we want. This person might have other interests than what you're wanting, and this is why you really have to role play. Do the mirror work, write it down, do your journaling so that you can have a better outcome. So there was some hard lessons you had to learn. And this is where I always think, are you doing your affirmations? Because when you are thinking about hard lessons, okay, there's some hard lessons that we all had to endure. But when you take a minute to really look at, they were hard lessons, but they also got you to where you are right now. And where you are right now is about to manifest something even bigger. And this can go either way. And if you're not being mindful to what it is that you're trying to learn, if you're not being mindful or careful about communicating, like, is this a particular project you're working on? Is this something that you want to evaluate more so that you can feel more pleasure? You want to feel satisfied, development. You want to feel satisfied for what's happening, for what's about to happen too, because when we start to look at the mirror and we realize all that power and the energy that you have to make this happen, to pursue in this new interest, whether I'm feeling like right now this has something to do with the workforce. And maybe you have been feeling a certain way, like this person should be doing more for you, and that's why I feel like there's a little mini breakup. It could be possible you're just kind of separated, mentally separated, but physically you still have the love and the abundance of care that's needed to keep this relationship smooth and going. But sometimes we can guard our thoughts and not really communicate what it is that we want to have in this relationship. And that's why I say you're going through some growth right now. You're going through some growth. So if this is a mid-aged person, you're going to be going through some growth, and sometimes we learn to just accept what the outcome is and going with it. But then this 7 of Clubs is reminding us you get to do what you want to do too. So don't give up. Don't give up. But if you have to go through, it's very well that you might have to go through this divorce. Just make sure that you are really speaking what it is that you need. So, let's just say that sometimes anger can cause us to have this mental, what do you want to call it? Aggravation. So you're like, I just want this over with. I don't care. Just give him that. Give her that. It doesn't matter. I just want to get it over. But you're really not thinking thoroughly because you have a lot of aggression. There's a lot of anger there, right? So don't be tempted by that energy. You want to kind of slow it down. And when you slow it down, this is where you can write it down, journal it out, communicate more effectively so that you can really speak your piece. Forgive and let it go. Because when you start forgiving, and what you're doing is you're allowing that part of yourself to heal and move forward so that you can take the next step forward to what it is you really want to fulfill in your life. And if it's necessary for you to speak to, a counselor or a therapist, that would be really good too, because then you could find a way to help those thoughts that you are having to come to surface and really explain. Sometimes in anger, we can hold our true voice because we're afraid of being heard the way we want to be heard for whatever reason. We're supposed to be tough. When you're angered by things, you're supposed to be tough. And it's like if we only learn how to use a softer language, that it would allow us to feel more passionate in the first place, then we can have ourselves talking about something else. But in this case, what's happening is that there's a lot of you're truly dedicated to doing what it is that you are wanting, but there is, I'm hearing like overhaul. Okay, could be an overhaul in what you're witnessing. And remember, people like to talk. People like to talk. They like to put their 2 cents in everything, and this is why you want to keep things confidential. Okay, for whatever reason, people love to talk, and you want to keep things confidential, because when you keep things confidential, case is closed. Let's move on. Things have been forgiven. Don't nobody else need to hear about this anymore, right? So that's what I feel is what's really happening here. So some of the things that you can do while you're working on this energy. Okay, so let's ask the chakra cards. Let's ask the chakra cards. They're always helpful. They are always helpful. Because it keeps you in more alignment of what it is, what activities and what you can do to help you move in this. Where did I put the chakra cards? Oh Lord, where did I put the chakra cards? Here it is. Which tells me this is a good time for trying to be in order, when you feel this like anger, or it's an ambition, it's also what it really means. It's an ambition to move forward in a more pleasant way. So if you can learn to not be so angry about it, find something to do that is safe. Okay, because our heads can go to spinning, and it can go talking a mile a minute about what you ain't gonna do, 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 what you ain't gonna do. And then all of a sudden you get carried away, and then you get more angry and more angry. And it's like, let's just chill. Let's chill about it. Okay, so let's see what the chakra cards are coming up for you while you're going through this transition. I know that it's temporary. Know that it is temporary. And practice your affirmations, okay? So something I like to do when I am feeling overwhelmed and I'm feeling like I have too much going on in my life, that means I need to take action and let something go. So then when I start to let something go, I release it to the universe with love, with light. I say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll just chant thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll just say thank you, Spirit, thank you, Lord. I'll say please have mercy on my soul. And here's the grounding, which is basically what I'm trying to tell you to do, is do some grounding. So when you feel overwhelmed, upset, nervous, do some grounding. Be in nature, be present, practicality, stability. So this is a good time to do your affirmations too. So you can say, I'm loved. I'm divine intelligence. Things are always working out for me. The universe loves me. God loves me. God loves me. Everything's working out. I am blessed. I am anointed. I'm appointed by the power of God. Amen. So here you have, bring your presence to the moment. Honor what is, anchor what you dream to be with a grounded connectivity. Okay? So that's the message here. A dream is like a seed held in our hand. It may contain infinite possibilities, but in order to grow, it must be planted. We may have all the right ideas, but to realize our potential, we must learn to anchor our visions into our bodies and bring our genuine presence into the moment in very real and grounded ways. Sometimes we can become so caught up in our projections of the future or recycled tapes from the past that our energy is literally absent from the moment we are in. Our mind pulls us this way, our heart pulls us that, our actions become scattered and ineffective. Like a tree whose roots are dug up each day, we have no chance to genuinely grow, build, and create that which we desire. This card is an invitation to begin experiencing the energy of grounding by bringing our presence to the moment in the simplest ways. To start with, take time to be in nature, go for a walk, be barefoot on the grass, stomp your feet, bring the energy down from your busy mind into your body. Notice what each of your senses are experiencing in each moment. Feel your feet grounded and genuinely connect with the pulse of Mother Earth. Being grounded helps us feel stable, balanced in our life. It infuses our movements with quiet strength and enables us to anchor our visions into physical form. With practical, reliable action. So before you go sprinting down the path of far-off dreams, take time to be truly present with what is right here and now. From this place of balanced connection, you have the capacity to manifest great dreams and desires. Who reaches greater heights than deeply rooted tree? Who reaches greater heights than the deeply rooted tree? So that is what your energy, your base chakra is wanting you to remind you to get out there and do some grounding. Because there could be a lot of, sometimes we suppress a lot of the good wholesome energy that is really made for us to feel the joy in this present. And when we don't do that enough, then what can happen is that we can start acting a little bit more foolish, and we can act out in more anger and upset, and we can carry that around with us wherever we go. And it's like this attitude. It's like, Who needs that attitude? You know, those attitudes can be contagious. And it's like, sometimes you guys gotta say, I'm not dealing with that. You have to say it. You gotta put it out there. I'm not dealing with that. This is what I'm gonna do instead. So you want to feed more of the good vibration that's within you so that you can feel more of the presence and the plan that God is really sharing with you. Because this is really, really, really what I'm trying to say here. Is that there is a plan, honey. There is a plan. For I did not come to harm you. I came to prosper you in all of your ways. So let us see, what is this trying to tell us? Any more activities that we need to know? Ground. So if you have been feeling dysfunction, jealousy, fear about security and safety, a focus on material possessions and wealth, a need to satisfy all of own desires, eating disorders, overeating, undereating. And let's take a note on that. Okay, let's really talk about this eating disorders, okay? Because there is sometimes where you need to eat because you're not really paying attention to yourself. You're just keep on moving because you're upset about whatever it is. And when you're upset, sometimes you can overeat or you can undereat. So it's very important that you say to yourself and ask yourself, did you eat? Same thing with using the bathroom. I know we don't want to talk about this, but sometimes we will hold that shit in. And when we hold that shit in, we can feel sluggish, we'll just feel off. So that's why it's important for you to really learn to tell yourself, and this is where you have to discipline yourself. Say, did you eat today? If you have to put it on an app to remind you to eat something, because we are busy. We are very busy people, and I understand, and I feel like this could be, am I hearing this correct? This could be a lot of that Mars energy. Mars can really give you, it can really help you open up and be eager to start on new projects because you can be overstimulated on caffeine, any kind of addictions, right? And sugars, smoking, whatever it is. You can have overanalyzing what it is that you're doing too. You can overanalyze yourself, and then you can kind of judge yourself, and it's like, I'm going to surrender, and I'm just going to say, this is what I'm doing today. I'm going to make a planner, and I'm going to put that, okay, I'm going to need to eat something today. I'm going to do some grounding. If I need to nibble, I'll make sure I just bring some little snacks so I can nibble. And try to have, like, I'm not a big morning person to eat. I drink my coffee. Sometimes I'll have two cups, 1 to 2 cups in the morning. Sometimes I'll drink my coffee all day long, but it'll be the same cup, but it's like a 16-ounce cup. It'll be the same cup, and I just keep warming it up, and I keep putting warm water in it. So I'll do that, and it'll be watered down or whatever, but it's just more of I love drinking warm fluids. It's just something that I love to do, but sometimes I have to tell myself, okay, you need to drink something cold today. So, and I will tell myself this so that I can, and that's me paying attention. So you have to do this for yourself, because no one knows your body like you do, right? So this is where I'm saying the more grounding you do, the more fine tuning you're going to do, you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to feel more open to your decision makings. You're just going to let it go. And this is your truth. And this is just how it's going to be for you. Okay. And so I really wanted to point that out, because I would undereat. I would undereat, and when I was on the go. But I would drink tons of coffee, and I would nibble. And then I would also, do my other little things that I like to do. And whether it's with, I'll have, my wines and stuff like that. But it's like, you have to process what's good for you, because some people are now understanding their bodies, and when you understand your body, you just feel a lot better. So pay attention. Are you using the bathroom enough? Are you eating enough? Are you drinking enough fluids? Because sometimes this can also cause a little frustration in the body, because the body warns you and gives you signals. It'll warn you and give you signals on, okay, it'll say, okay, you need to do something today. You need to try to spruce it up, do something different, and just kind of listen to your body, right? Have you been mistrusting? And this is a really big one, too. And this is where every day I surrender and I let go and I say, okay, so I appreciate what it is that we're doing, but at the same time, I talk to Spirit, I talk to God, and I said, I'm not mistrusting the process. I'm not mistrusting your guidance. I know that you're there, and you're there for me, and I'm very appreciative of it. I just want to kind of role play this information that I'm looking at. So can you assist me with that? And that's how I can begin to feel more clear. And I just let go, because I agree, I may not always do things right or do them wrong. I'm just doing them and they feel good. So now I just have to learn how to calibrate what are my next steps, so that I can feel a little bit more easy going. Does that make sense? So it's like, I just want things to go a little easier, and then this is all the work that I do throughout the day, so that I can feel more prosperous and feel more genuine in my own body, because I did that. I said I was going to do that, and I did that. I said I'm going to save up for this, and I did that. I said I wasn't going to do this, I wasn't going to do this, and I give myself little challenges, and sometimes I do it without even knowing, and then I say, wow, I'm pretty good at this. And sometimes you got to do that, and you have to give all the glory to God, because God is helping you see what your true strength is. And here's another good one: inability to let go of the past. When you learn to truly let go of the past is already gone. And I think every day we have to learn to let go of the past. Tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow's a new day. Today, all we can do is be present. And this is where, if you're feeling anxious or you're overanalyzing a situation, as soon as you start to feel like the adrenaline, say, I'm calling all my power back right now. God, I need to sit with you, and I'll take some deep breaths. Spirit, be with me now. And I'll breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Help me look at this in a more prosperous or an abundant way, so that I can make a clear decision on what I'm doing. Because right now, in this very moment, I have to say this may not be working out the best way possible. So can you help me make things better? And especially if you're on a deadline. If you're on a deadline, this really works. And you just have to be patient and trust God always. Because God sees everything. God knows everything. And that's why you just have to trust the process and let go of the past. Try not to worry. Out of touch with reality. Okay, here's a good one too. So, being out of touch with reality, I think here all you just need to do is do some grounding and write down, I'm here, I'm safe, the universe has my back, I'm grounded, I'm one with the divine, things are always working out, God loves me, I'm a divine creature, I'm smart, I'm wise, I'm loved. You know, that you could be upset. I remember getting my hair cut. My hair has its own texture. It's you know, it does its own thing. And I would challenge myself to go get a haircut, and then I would have this dream that it was always going to turn out a certain way, but after it was done, I would be so upset and angry that I held that in. I didn't say anything because I got the service done and I just realized, okay, they just didn't know how to do my hair. So I kept that to myself instead of saying, I don't like it. And it's okay to tell other people, you know, I don't like my haircut. Do you think you can help me do something different with it? I don't like you know what you did. And you're just being honest. I'm not here to try to say that you're being rude or mean, but sometimes that can even carry over to feeling aggravated and anger for the next few days or even weeks until the hair grows out or whatever it needs to do. So I remember going through that and not using my voice to share my experience until one day I told the people that I didn't like, and I went somewhere new, and I told them, and they said, oh, okay, what would you like? And then when they said that, then it was like, well, I was hoping for this or I was hoping for that. And so then, you know, another dialogue starts to happen. And then I guess what I'm saying is that it feels like a more genuine opening up. It feels more genuine to have those conversations because I spoke, but I didn't was like, I don't like this, you know, where before I would be like, with a mean face, and when they're done, and I was like, And then they would look at me and they just knew I was mad. But I didn't say anything. But now I have to tell them, come on, can you do this and do this? I don't like when you do that, or, you know, don't pull my hair so right before I go in, I have to sometimes tell them, I want my hair a certain way, I want to do this, and don't brush it too hard, and da-da-da, whatever, right? So, feeling unstable and restless, and I think that goes to not really being secured about what you want, right? So one of the things when I work a full-time job and I own my own business, and I have been very motivated to also come on and get on this channel. And one of the things that I tell myself is that I have to find a way to balance everything, because I enjoy coming here. I enjoy offering my services, and even though I do not do it on an everyday basis, I'm very grateful that I get to be here. And sometimes I would like to be here a little more often, but I also have to share that energy with my career and the choices that I'm making, and I have to be flexible. So flexible is coming up. Being flexible has been showing up a lot for me this year. Sometimes I can't be as flexible, and sometimes I want to be more flexible, and then sometimes the divine tells me, yeah, I think you're pretty flexible. And then I have to trust that, because sometimes I could tell myself, I don't think I'm doing enough, or I think that I'm not being challenged enough, or what have you. So then that is another one, feeling unstable and restless. So if you're feeling unstable and restless, go for a drive, go for a walk, talk to God about it. Call in more light, whoever it is that you are connecting to. Call in your guides, call in the archangels, Mother Gaia, Source, some ascended masters. You can call them in. But practice your affirmations. Practice your affirmations daily. I think they will really, truly help you. And then, it says here, addiction. Here you can lose connection, and you can lose not knowing where you really want to be if you are totally in a rival with yourself, right? But when you are calm, cool, and relaxed, you're like, okay. Not that I'm trying to say, it depends what addictions you're having. So just realize that there are counselors, there are people to help support you. I know that there is a big cannabis. Okay, there's a big cannabis holistic care. So reach out to your doctor and ask questions if this is something that maybe you can do, whatever you're doing to help you stabilize your emotions and keep yourself connected to your truer self, okay? I do support cannabis. I think it has really helped people a lot. Period. Self-indulgent and or denial of basic needs. So not allowing yourself to really have the privilege of what it really is you want. Sometimes we can say, oh, I really want that, but I can't get that right now. So you're putting yourself down when you do that. So try not to do that. So instead say, oh, I really want this. Let me go learn about it first before I buy it. Okay? Instead of saying, oh, I can't afford it. Let me go learn about it first. Let me go talk to God about it. Let me talk to my guides about it. Okay? Feeling limited by family values. Okay, so sometimes your family is not always going to agree on your choices. They're not going to agree on your choices. They're not going to agree on a lot of the things that you want to do. And this is why I say, talk to God about it. And sometimes you could be feeling limited because you're using a lot of old beliefs that are mixed in with, hold on, what was that? karmic. So Spirit is saying these are karmic lessons. And the guides will help you go through these and realize give yourself a chance to realize that you're just helping yourself guide through. Let me say that again. Please forgive me. Sometimes I get these messages, they go really fast. Okay, so feeling limited by family values. Pretty much, we grew up with a concept of rules. We grew up with a concept of ideas. And sometimes we can limit ourselves and downgrade just because the family didn't want to go through that. Doesn't mean, these are different times now. So this is where you can learn to grow spiritually, but also understand your connection to that desire. Why do you feel like you have to do it? What's your why? And then connect your emotions. So try to connect to your heart and connect to that emotion. And I guess what I want to say in a way, it's we're still respecting that belief system, but just letting it go, forgiving it, letting it go, and which also reminds me to practice the Ho'oponopono prayer. Because when you do that, you're allowing yourself to feel a little bit lighter. So it can go like, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. And you can keep doing that over and over and over throughout your day. And do it when you're comfortable and you feel relaxed and you're in your own space and no one could bother you. And then what I would also recommend that you do is have like a journal on the side of you so that you can jot down whatever thoughts or more of the things that you felt inspired. Because it's mostly Spirit is here to guide you to feel influenced by the true love of what's made inside of you. Know that you are a creator and you are connected to God always. And in support of that, you are also empowering yourself and being inspired by Spirit, by your guides in this cosmic field of love. And you're just learning how to dance in a more beautiful way. And it's whatever way that you want it to go, because that's your birthright, it's your desire. And the more that you feel more engaged with that energy, then the less out of touch with reality you will be. Because sometimes we can feel out of touch with reality. And remember, there's a reality that everyone's going through, and then there's your reality, right? And this is where you always want to take it up. Take it all the way up to God and just say, this is what I want. This is what I want to work on. And for the most part, I'm a good person. Okay, you can say that. I'm a good person. Okay, and before I let you go, I want to and get lots of rest. Okay, this is a very busy season. It's a very busy season. So you want to get lots of rest so that you can have fun. Have fun. Okay, so right now I am channeling these cards from the Money and the Law of Attraction cards by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And if you do not know Esther and Jerry Hicks, I would recommend that you go and listen. You can find her right there on Google. You can search it online. You can find it right here on YouTube, Facebook. She channels Abraham. And there are some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful affirmations that are out there. And she really helps you get in alignment so that you can have access to your personal frequency and vibration and call it whatever you wanted it. Call it whatever you want it to call it. But here is just where you're trying to understand more about your higher self, your inner being, and how your emotional guidance system works. There's no wrong way or right way. It's just an energy that is connected to source energy so that you can continue to ask for what it is you want in life. Oops. Okay. The eternal laws of the universe steadily hold the promise of the expansion and joy. Understanding the laws will reawaken within you the knowledge of your purpose and your own personal power as you remember how to access the power of the universe that creates worlds. If this time-space reality has within it the ability to inspire a desire within you, it is absolute that this time-space reality has the ability to yield you a full and satisfying manifestation of that same desire. It is law. Whatever I desire, I can acquire. And let that be your affirmation. And write it down. Write this down. Have access to what is really there for you. Excuse me. Okay, so there you go, my friends. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care. Namaste. Bye-bye.